Hello. Um, I guess I'll go ahead and apologize in advance, because this isn't really the kind of letter that I ever intended on doing. I know that I sound kind of down. In some of my letters I sound kind of upset, or just gone in general. But I'm sorry, I'm trying to cut down on pauses. I wanted to have them be this happy thing that you can come home to, even if even though you aren't really feeling the same way about me that you used to. I at least wanted to put a smile on your face in some way, shape, or form. And then sometimes I'd sit down in front of the camera and I'd just be kind of gloomy. But, I started working on that. And going back to what we were talking about just a moment ago when we were texting, you're saying that you think it might help me if I spoke to my mom. No. Because any time that I talk to my mother about relationships or anything like that, no matter who it has been or who it is, she's my mom. So, she likes who I like. And if I feel like you're worth fighting for, then alright. But that doesn't really change her opinion or anything. She only sees that her son's upset. So, that doesn't really help me in any way at all if she's gonna go about it as, well, you're upset, so I'm gonna be on your side. Like with my friends. Same thing with my friends. It's just like talking to someone that doesn't know you, or just doesn't know you well. If they see that I'm upset, then they just know, hey, be upset because my friend's down, and this isn't cool. And I don't want that. And I really don't want my mother to be acting that way instead of acting like a mother-in-law and saying, well, if you guys feel like it's worth fighting for, then keep fighting. Well, that's what I'd prefer to hear, and if I know I'm not going to hear it from her, then I'd rather just not speak to her. We can talk as friends, that's cool, that's what I thought you were getting at, so that's why I was kind of confused, like, why do you want me to be buddy-buddy with my mother again? If you just want me to talk to her because you want me to talk to her about relationship stuff and you want me to get stuff off my chest, she's not the one. Sorry if my tone is weird. I'm trying to actually get all of my thoughts together and onto a video so it is in good time and I don't waste your time. I know it's very limited for you. But, yeah, like I said, I talked to Javier. I called him after the trip, and not in a confrontational kind of way, like, yo, what happened, this and that, this and that. Trust issues. We already went over my stupid trust issues, and I'm done with that shit because it got me nowhere. Except 80 more steps backward. So, I'm done assuming anything. I would rather fool myself. Like, if anything ever happened, I would so much rather fool myself into thinking that everything was fine and dandy and then just get hurt in the end, instead of assuming the worst, having nothing be wrong, and then just being hurt by that. Lack of trust. So anyway, called him just in a, hey, I need a friend that knows shit from both sides kind of thing. And we talked. We're buddy-buddy again. He explained stuff to me and apologized for certain moods and certain this and that's because he's recently been on, like, antidepressants and any other kind of stuff. And we were able to talk about that for a second because the other night I was on Google Plus with Hannah, and she was talking to me about this therapist that she used to see that nobody knew that she was going to for a while, and she gave me his number. And as much as I really wouldn't want to speak to a total and complete stranger, I feel like it would help in some way, shape, or form, because, I mean, how you can't really be biased if you could care less. I mean, not that you could care less, but he knows neither of us. So, good to have that. someone that isn't biased because they not buddy-buddy with you, not buddy-buddy with me. And then good to have Javier because he is cool with each of us and he knows everything from each side. So, I don't know. Anyway, talking to him about that calms me down a lot. And I didn't really get to tell you about that. And I didn't really get to tell you that I'm not pretending. So I didn't really get upset whenever you said that in the text, because I imagine it would look that way, that I mope around the house all the time, and all my statuses on Facebook are like, oh, love this, love that, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it does look like I'm trying really hard. It does look like I'm pushing off some kind of charade that I am happy, just to amuse the world, or anything like that. But it's not what I'm doing. In all honesty, I have gotten better. Like, no bullshit. After that call, it helped me out a lot to hear that the best friend that I was assuming the worst of, even though I never asked him any questions like that, and I never said, hey, sorry to ask this, did something happen? No, none of that. I just said, hey, while you were out there, did it help at all? Did you guys get a chance to talk? How's she doing? Regular conversation. I just want to know if there's anything that I can do. If there's anything that you mention that I can change. Because at this point, fuck trying too hard. I will try way too hard if it accomplishes anything. So, we just hung out after a little while. It stopped being serious conversation and just started being this kind of, I believe that everything can happen, can work out, if you're both willing to do it. But at the same time, I hate to be the person to tell you, but maybe you should even try thinking about what would happen if things don't work out. And then we strayed from that subject because, of course, I didn't want to talk about that. But that's it. And that took everything. Well, not entirely everything, but that took so much off my shoulders. Just that little half-hour phone call before work. And I can't even tell you how much happier I've been, like, the last 2 or 3 days. And it's not a happier in a sense that I've been reassured that everything's okay, because I know everything is still in a crappy position. I know that things could still go one way or another. Nothing has outweighed the other yet. I know that. I'm not okay with that, but I am more accepting. And not in a sense that I'll be fine if things don't work out, because I'll still hate life and just not want to leave my bed. But, the stuff that I was trying to convince myself of before, that I was already, trying to do and trying to tell myself was a good idea, now I feel better about that same stuff now that someone else has told me that it is a good idea. That, yeah, doing your little video letters and stuff, that is cool. Because you only get so much time to talk. But make sure, whatever you're doing, you do try and work around her schedule. Thank you. That's all I want to do. I know that time is cut down. It's not as easy as it used to be when it was just the distance and we still were going to high school, so we basically had the same schedule. Now it's an even greater distance. Conflicting schedules because of work and time zones and other various things that you have to do. So, I mean, I don't feel like I'm trying too hard because I want to be cute and tell you a bedtime story. I don't feel like I'm trying too hard because I want to make a video and tell you about my day or how I'm doing, even if it's all good or all bad or mixed up. I don't feel like I'm trying too hard if throughout the day I'm texting you silly things like, oh, well, Ptolemy is doing this, and then he stole something that I just cooked and I was starving and now there's nothing else in the house to eat. I don't... And I've been trying harder not to, you know, get annoyed with the fact that you don't have so much time to talk. I've made peace with that now. Whenever you texted me just today, I only have 45 minutes to lunch, and I was like, okay, well, we'll speed chat. How's this? What's that? Blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to be more accepting of stuff like that. I'm trying not to bug you about everything, and because I know you only have so much time and you only want to talk about certain things, and you can't talk about school or work because it's against the law. But I mean, I am trying. I don't know any other way to say it. I want this. I genuinely want this. And I'll put up with anything that I have to make anything work. I know that I would normally get upset because it takes forever to text back, but, you know, you don't get time to do laundry, you don't get time to eat, and you barely get time to sleep, and everything's running through your mind at once. Okay, I apologize for being one more person that's begging for your attention, and I apologize for having that kind of outlook, like, well, I'm your husband, so I should get all your time. You know, do what you need to do, okay? I would love it if I had all your time and all your attention. I would absolutely adore it. But you know what? I'm happy. I am completely happy, and it warms my heart because you still come back during your short lunch hours or minutes, and you get your phone. And even though it's not, hey, I love you, I miss you, or hey, this is going on, but I miss you so much, or any kind of overwhelming with joy text, even though it's nothing like that, you come back and you talk to me. And that's enough for me. I'm completely happy with that because, I mean, you don't have to detour your day just to... I mean, I'm not trying to say that the texts are meaningless or anything, but we just have small talk, and it's nice. And you went out of your way just to have that small talk with me. Like, just those few little, hey, okay, fine, those kind of texts. I mean, yeah, I used to get upset about that before, but now it's like, it's a huge eye-opener with all of this bullcrap going on and all of these different things that you're juggling. And you're still on this path, out way over here, and then back on your path, just so you can even give me that much. Me. And then you still have to go way out on that path again and cut your eating time short, or your errand time, whatever you have to do while you're on your lunch period. You cut that short, maybe by 10 minutes or more, just so you can have those few little texts with me. So, yeah, I am happy. And I'm not pretending, I'm not messing with you. I'm not trying to put up a charade so that you'll fall in love with me again. I am genuinely happy. And as soon as I get out there, I mean, even if things stay the same way, whereas text would be replaced with a quick run into the house, hey, how are you doing, gotta go. You're giving me something. So thank you.